Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. And today we're reviewing the Transformers Legacy Wave 1 Deluxe Class Kickback. So, Wave 1, they're already hitting Transformers Legacy pretty hard. We've got Kickback here, one of the original Generation 1 Insecticons. For the first time ever in Deluxe Class scale. The original G1 was about that big. The Generations one that came out, I think, what was it? Titan's Return or Power of the Primes. That one was a pretty good kickback, fully articulated, awesome detail, but not quite large enough for our regular Insecticon. And I feel like Hasbro really nailed it with this one this time. And I can't wait. If this is the start, I can't wait to see how Bombshell and Shrapnel are going to turn out. I mean, inevitably, we're probably going to get Sharpshot as well because we're getting Ransack with, which is going to be a slight retool of Kickback here because both Kickback and Ransack were Grasshoppers. And Ransack was one of the deluxe Insecticons that was a Bandai toy imported to be a Transformers toy, which is why he was never in the show or the comics because there was licensing issues back then, and that was a huge big mess. So that's why the deluxe Insecticons from back then are kind of not super well known because they didn't really appear a whole lot in the grand scheme of Transformers over the years. I mean, they had some comic appearances that didn't start until like the early 2000s. And when people think Insecticons, they think the classic, you know, purple, gold, and black Insecticons, like this guy right here. And I'm so happy we're finally getting decent-sized ones that are fully articulated with awesome, awesome detail. So as you can see, open window bubble, or open window box, no bubble. Awesome artwork of Kickback in his Grasshopper mode right there. On the side, you've got Robot Mode Kickback artwork. You got the Legacy artwork on banner on the side right there with Megatron, which it's hard to nail down which version of Megatron that is exactly. Dragstrip, Iguanus, Kickback, and Skywarp. There's product shots of the toy, and that's pretty much it for the box. So here is Kickback. So no word yet on Shrapnel and Bombshell for Transformers Legacy yet. Not rumors, no leaks, which we don't report on anyway here at Bay 12. No official announcements or word from Hasbro yet whether or not we're going to get those Insecticons. I mean, I think it's safe to say we probably will down the road because usually whenever Hasbro starts a new scale of Insecticon, they eventually finish out the trio within the next couple of years. So while we may not see Shrapnel or Bombshell by the end of 2022, we might see the announcement for one or both of them sometime in 2023 or the year after that, or who knows. So anyway, he looks really awesome. He comes with his classic blaster pistol like the original toy did. Rather than do full chrome plastic this time, they did a silver plastic with metallic purple tip and metallic purple drum. I love that little bit of detail. It offsets the weapon a little bit, gives it a little bit more color, and it, I don't know, just screams Decepticon to me even more having that metallic purple on there. He also comes with these clear Energon bits because that's one of the gimmicks with this line is just about everybody's supposed to come with some kind of Energon weapon or Energon infused weapon. So he gets these Energon swords or blades. Now they also can peg onto the sides of his wings here. You can have them face either way for either mode. I'm not too into that. That looks kind of silly to me, and it looks silly to me regardless of which way it's facing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too into that. I think they're kind of neat as like a big, like jagged, dark Energon looking blade weapon. I think that's kind of cool. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to display my Kickback with those because this is all he needs right here. His classic Decepticon blaster. That's it. Fully articulated, head is on a ball joint. Got a little bit of wiggle there. You can rotate it. You can even articulate his antennae there. That's awesome. The face sculpt, perfect. They nailed Kickback's face sculpt. You got that awesome, awesome translucent gold plastic chest there. Now, it doesn't open up like the original toy. They didn't do the open thing, which is interesting because they molded a hinge there, so it looks like it's meant to open, but it doesn't. So that's kind of a shame. But perfect that they recaptured that detail, which was something that carried over from the original Diaclone toy into the Hasbro market, which made its way into the full character model later on. So I'm so glad that they did that in such a cool way, because it does look awesome. You got that classic Decepticon logo there. Fully articulated shoulders, in and out. You can articulate the wings forward and back, and the wings are textured. They do have that bug wing-like texture to them, at least on one side. One side it's kind of smooth, the other side's got that bug wing-like texture, and it's really cool. I mean, the grasshopper wing on this is perfect. Single jointed elbows. You also have like a joint right here for his bug mode leg. That's for transformation. Nothing at the wrist. You can bring the hand forward, but that's to bring out his bug mode leg there. And it almost looks like he's got like a little welder or something, like some kind of little tool if you flip it out, kind of like how the Studio Series Blur toy has that welding tool arm attachment. Kind of looks like that, honestly, if you flip it out. I mean, use your imagination. That's kind of the fun with Transformers toys. Waist articulation, fully articulated hips, upper thigh, single jointed knees, and forward and back on the foot because of transformation. And you do not, no, you do have an ankle tilting joint. There he goes. It's just in there a little bit, so you do have that. Transformation is super simple on this guy. We're going to start by removing his blaster here. We're going to bring out his arms. We're going to split these, fold that hand in all the way. So you can see there's two bug mode legs. Going to do the same thing over here. Flip that fist in. There's two bug mode legs. We're going to come over here to the torso here, and we're going to flip out that and rotate this head around. And this is going to cover up the robot face, because the robot mode head is also the bug mode head. We're going to flip up those antennae so that he can sense things with those. Rotate those shoulders down a little bit so that you can have his bug mode legs positioned how you like them. I just kind of like to bring the arms pretty much back together again. Bring those wings back a little bit. And next things is the rear grasshopper kicking legs, because he kicks back. You fold in the robot mode feet, fold out that, and you can see the little spiky bits on the back of the grasshopper leg there. I think that's really cool. And then you can fold out on a ball joint that rear, if you don't pull the foot off, of course, like I did. You can fold out that rear bug mode foot and then just kind of rotate it around. And then you don't really do anything else with the legs, because those are his full rear bug legs. That's how it was in Generation 1. That's how it is on this toy. And even because of the ball joint and articulation, you can get some pretty cool positions out of it because of that. So it really does make for a good bug mode for Kickback here. I mean, honestly, this, in my opinion, this is probably the best Kickback toy we've ever gotten in Transformers so far. At least from a Generation 1 fan point of view. Now, weapon storage, you can put his blaster right here underneath. It plugs in perfectly right there in the center and actually looks pretty cool right there. So he looks neat. Now, something neither the instructions or promo images or packaging shows in any way. You could put these on his wings like I showed you while he's in robot mode, which looks kind of silly and I personally don't like it. Or something that's not talked about at all. In fact, I found this out on like an Instagram post, I think, from somebody, and it blew my mind. You can take these energon bits here, and stagger them. So just pick a peg hole, the lower peg hole for one of them. It doesn't matter. They're both exactly the same piece. Stagger them like so. And then there's a slot right here, and a rectangular slot. And it plugs directly in, and he's got his little thorax there for his grasshopper mode. Something I wish Hasbro would have talked about. To my knowledge, they didn't. This is really, really cool. I mean, when you put them together and plug it in, it really does look like a thorax. And I think that's really what it was originally intended to be. But like I said, to my knowledge, I don't believe Hasbro said anything about that, and they definitely should have, because at first when I was playing with this, when I got it, I was like, they're cool. They're a cool weapon accessory, but ultimately they're kind of lame because they don't feel very Kickback to me. And no, Kickback doesn't traditionally have a thorax, but Ransack does. And I think that's kind of where the intent was. I feel like they had intended to do Ransack with the Kickback mold when they designed it from the beginning, and that's probably why they incorporated it with both Kickback and Ransack. So there you go. And Ransack's coming in the upcoming Buzzworthy Bumblebee 4-pack. So it's Goldbug, Ransack, Sky Wasp, a repaint of Waspinator and Skywarp colors, and the original Beast Wars toy colors, Scorponok. So stay tuned for that review. We will review that whenever we get a hold of that 4-pack. Yeah, I do believe that was probably intended from the beginning to do both at the same time, and that's why we got it with Kickback and are getting it with Ransack later. Really awesome. Something that deserved to be mentioned. So there you go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video review. Stay tuned for more Transformers Legacy reviews, and stay tuned for the other 2 Insecticons, because we got an awesome Kickback toy. Now we need a really awesome Bombshell and Scrapnel to go with it. We gotta have all 3. Gotta have all 3. I don't even care if they do them in the mix them into the Studio 86 line or not, because all 3 Insecticons are in the film. So it would be cool to see them in Studio Series or Legacy. Just as long as we get the other 2, I'm happy, because I love the Insecticons. I've always thought they were super cool, and their ability to swarm and clone themselves was just super awesome and underrated in my opinion. So there you go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned, like I said, for more Transformers Legacy reviews. Stay tuned for other Bay 12 reviews. We cover all kinds of different stuff here on Bay 12 all the time. And make sure you're following us on social media. Like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss videos like this one. And check out our Bay 12 Facebook page for our live sales. We sell all kinds of awesome stuff all the time, because we like to hunt and collect, and we like to help provide the community with awesome collectibles too. So there you go. Stay tuned for all that. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.